Wow! Meghan Markle and her spare Prince Harry have struck an amazing new deal with Netflix. Or have they? The delighted Duchess declaring in a carefully worded...
Stop everything, because what's happening behind palace doors right now is nothing short of a royal earthquake. In a move that's left both Hollywood and Buckingham Palace reeling, Prince Harry has just pulled off a publicity stunt so audacious, it's threatening to shatter Meghan Markle's carefully crafted post-royal empire.
Their work together. So brilliant! Another 5-year contract worth $100 million, yeah? Oh, no. Wait a minute. It's not quite as lucrative as that. In fact, the jury...
Forget family squabbles. This is a high-stakes power play that's sending shockwaves from London to Montecito, and the fallout could change the royal landscape forever. If you want the inside scoop on every twist and turn of this royal drama, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss a single update as this story unfolds. Hold on to your seats, because the royal world is on the brink of a seismic shift.
You were sucked in by Ms. Markle's gushing announcement. You'd have thought that nothing had changed. So thrilled are Netflix bosses with their royal recruits that they're only too happy to hurl yet more mountains of...
In a move that's left Meghan Markle reeling, King Charles has joined forces with the powerful House of Lords in a bold campaign to banish Meghan from royal circles, possibly for good. This isn't just another royal spat. It's a high-stakes showdown that could end Meghan's post-royal ambitions forever, and the shockwaves are being felt from Buckingham Palace all the way to Montecito. While the world watched King Charles, Queen Camilla, and Prince William stand united in a solemn display of royal duty at one of Britain's most significant commemorations, Meghan and Harry were nowhere to be seen.
Like a classic slice of Meg spin, and a rather different reality emerges. This is a first-look agreement which amounts to Netflix executives telling the difficult...
The grandeur of Buckingham Palace was on full display, with the House of Lords in attendance, reinforcing the monarchy's enduring power and tradition. Yet, as the cameras captured every dignified moment, whispers began to swirl. Where were the Sussexes? Behind the scenes, tensions were mounting, and the absence of Meghan and Harry was more than just a snub. It was a glaring signal that the royal family was drawing a line in the sand.
It won't amount to even a tiny fraction of the megabucks they've been receiving since 2020. And if the not famous...
The stage was set for a confrontation that would soon explode into public view, with Meghan's future in the royal fold hanging by a thread. But just when the dust seemed to settle, the real shocker emerged. Instead of quietly accepting their absence, Meghan and Harry orchestrated a headline-grabbing move from across the Atlantic. In a calculated attempt to reclaim the spotlight, they arranged for a close friend to lay a wreath and deliver a letter on their behalf, complete with royal letterhead and all the trappings of their former titles. The timing was no accident. As the official ceremony ended and the world's attention shifted, Meghan and Harry's gesture was perfectly positioned to hijack the narrative. Suddenly, their names were splashed across the news, ensuring they'd be mentioned alongside the royals who actually showed up.
Lots of laughs. But of course, there'll be no sign of Meghan's family, her father, her brother, and her sister, all having been ruthlessly removed from her faux aristocratic world. And not a hint of Harry's royal family, none of whom talk to their sulky renegade relative anymore.
It was a masterclass in PR spin, but to many inside the palace, it was the final straw. What's truly astonishing is the level of calculation behind Meghan and Harry's move. The letter, dripping with grandiose language and signed with their royal titles, was less a tribute and more a strategic reminder of the status they refused to relinquish. For all their talk of independence, this was a blatant attempt to leverage royal prestige for personal gain, while still keeping a safe distance from the responsibilities that come with it. The message was clear. Meghan and Harry want the world to remember their royal connection whenever it suits them, even as they publicly criticize the very institution they once belonged to. This kind of double play hasn't gone unnoticed, and it's fueling a growing sense of frustration and betrayal within the palace walls. The backlash was immediate and fierce.
After the disgraceful disrespect he has shown them since running away from his regal duties. Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, has never met his ginger son-in-law and never set eyes on his grandchildren. King Charles hasn't seen Archie and Lilibet for years and no longer trusts
Inside the palace, senior royals and advisors were said to be livid, viewing Meghan and Harry's stunt as a brazen attempt to upstage the monarchy and manipulate public sentiment. Even the House of Lords, usually reserved in their commentary, reportedly expressed concern over the Sussexes' relentless use of royal symbols for personal publicity. Meanwhile, military veterans and royal watchers alike voiced their disappointment, calling the gesture hollow and self-serving. King Charles, ever the statesman, maintained a dignified silence in public, but sources close to the palace revealed his deep disappointment and growing resolve to protect the integrity of the royal family. The message was unmistakable. The days of Meghan and Harry playing both sides may finally be coming to an end.
The petulant prince who turned on him so much for the Sussexes' family Christmas. Also part of the Duke and Duchess's new unimproved deal is a documentary all about Uganda's HIV/AIDS crisis, exuding Harry's white saviour-style worthiness.
This latest spectacle is just the tip of the iceberg in a pattern that's become all too familiar. Over the past year, Meghan and Harry have repeatedly tried to claw back relevance whenever their star seemed to fade. Whether it was through bombshell interviews, controversial documentaries, or carefully timed public statements. Each move has been met with diminishing returns, as the public grows weary of their back and forth with the royal family. Their Netflix projects fizzled, their memoirs sparked backlash, and their charitable ventures have struggled to gain traction. Now, with the House of Lords and King Charles uniting to draw a firm boundary, it's clear the couple's strategy of leveraging royal ties for personal gain is wearing thin. The palace and the public alike are signaling that enough is enough. At the heart of this drama lies something far more significant than personal grievances or family feuds.
The short film Massacre Kids, A Rhythm Within doubtless tells an important story, but without wishing to seem heartless, its commercial potential is less than zero. In other news, still with Harry's Africa fixation, after he flounced out of his children's charity.
It's about the very values that define the monarchy. War commemorations and national ceremonies are sacred moments in British culture, transcending politics and celebrity. For Meghan and Harry to use such a solemn occasion as a platform for self-promotion has struck a nerve, not just within the palace, but across the nation. The monarchy's reputation is built on service, sacrifice, and a sense of duty above all else. Qualities that King Charles and the House of Lords are determined to uphold. As they close ranks to protect these traditions, the stakes couldn't be higher. The future of the royal family's public trust and the enduring respect of the British people hang in the balance.
To Bali, amid a row over his alleged colonialist leadership, the dim Duke is reported to be devastated. As usual, in times of trouble for her hapless husband, Meghan has maintained a wall of silence. Why is that? Discuss.
Now, the royal family faces a dilemma that could define the next chapter of its history. Should King Charles and the House of Lords take the unprecedented step of stripping Meghan and Harry of their remaining titles, risking a media firestorm and accusations of cruelty? Or should they maintain their dignified silence, allowing the Sussexes' provocations to continue unchecked?
Now, before we do discuss all of this, here is the promotional video for the second series of With Love, Meghan, You Have Been Warned.
So comforting.
Very comforting.
Often what I want to make are things I want to share. This looks fantastic.
The pressure is mounting from all sides, with insiders warning that the current have-it-both-ways approach is unsustainable. As the contradictions in Meghan and Harry's public image become more glaring, the monarchy must decide whether to draw a definitive line or risk further erosion of its authority. One thing is certain. The days of quiet tolerance are numbered, and the next move could change the royal family forever.
Ways to show up lovingly.
That actually is giving me goosebumps. That is so lovely.
Do you know who doesn't like lobster?
Who?
My husband.
And you'll marry him? Anyway?
Yeah, I don't like lobster either, as I said in my monologue. But here's a much...
As this royal drama reaches a boiling point, one truth is impossible to ignore. Meghan and Harry can't have it both ways forever. The palace's patience is wearing dangerously thin, and the public's sympathy is quickly evaporating. With King Charles and the House of Lords now united in their resolve.
Better trailer. Welcome to my beautiful home. What do you mean it's not my fucking home? Every morning
Meghan faces the very real prospect of being banished from the royal fold for good. The world is watching as the Sussexes' hybrid existence, clinging to royal prestige while rejecting royal duty, crumbles under the weight of its own contradictions. In the end, it's not just Meghan's future at stake, but the very integrity of the monarchy itself. Stay tuned, because this is one royal showdown that's far from over.